Hi everyone, how are you doing and welcome back. So over this past weekend I've been playing the Modern Warfare 2 open beta, and to be honest I've been really enjoying it. So I thought I'd kind of give my thoughts on it from a Battlefield player's sort of perspective. I have played Call of Duty in the past, but it's been a few years since I've sort of fully sort of gotten into it. Now before we get into that, I'll sort of give you a quick overview of my Battlefield background. So across all Battlefield games, I'd say I'd have sort of in the region sort of a couple thousand hours between them all. That's both like sort of PC and Xbox. I've also sort of played every COD as well, from the original Modern Warfare to World War Two, and that's when I stopped playing. And I've only really played the betas of the newer games, so I haven't even sort of brought the full games. So I'm not too familiar with this sort of new generation of COD, sort of like the movement wise, weapons feel, and sort of the full customization that you can get now across all the weapons. So getting into it, the smaller game modes were quite full on. I haven't been in sort of that situation in a while, where it's just like constant sort of jump shotting, drop shotting, just the full, I guess, like sweats, as they say. I did enjoy it, it was something sort of different, and it kept me on my toes quite a bit. I got my streaks a few times, but it did feel like I sort of died quite a lot, like compared to like enemies and my teammates. However, after the game, like both the enemy players and people on my team had like similar stats. Like we're all like, nobody like popped off, but they went like 14-5 or something like that, or like 16-5. We're all like sort of in like sort of 3-4 deaths, like either positive or negative. Nobody had like a game where they're just absolutely rolling the other team. So I'm guessing that's because of like skill-based matchmaking, but I'm not sure if it's meant to like word that way. So it just felt like each time I was like sort of playing the games, I wasn't really getting like I don't know, like rewarded. Like I was just playing these like real sweaty games and not really getting anything out of it. Like in a ranked mode, when it's like that, you kind of expect that, and then you kind of like you build your rank up. You go from like the lower leagues to the upper sort of echelon of ranks in rank mode. But for this, you're just playing these like game battle matches and just not really getting much out of it. I did enjoy it, but each time I had to really sweat my ass off to be competitive. But so I tried Ground War as well. I saw on the Battlefield Reddit, people like saying about Ground War and how it's kind of similar to Battlefield. So I gave it a go, and if I do pick up Modern Warfare 2, I do see myself playing it. It does feel quite similar to Battlefield. Although I did find like people like to post up quite more in this game compared to like Battlefield. Like I think it's just because the amount of angles and sort of rooftops and stuff like that. I found people like just like posting up more, sort of sticking to a certain area of the map, and I do think that's down to how loud the footsteps are. Like in this game, it sounds like I'm running with like concrete shoes, and like enemies are able to hear me like across the street or like down the road and stuff like that. And there's a few times where I've been sort of behind enemy lines and a guy's just like 180'd on me because he's like heard me sort of down the road. So I do think that needs to be sort of changed there, maybe just tweak just a bit. And even with dead silence, it does that startup noise, so it's not really quite silent. So I was running dead silent the whole time when I sort of had it eventually unlocked. It is definitely something different to play, and I do like the feeling and movement in Modern Warfare 2, as it feels like I can maneuver more with my character. There's sort of more versatility in the movement, whether that's climbing over walls, being able to hold onto ledges. The dolphin dives back, I remember that from Black Ops 1, and I really enjoyed just messing around with that. So it just feel like I can do more with my character. And each gun from the beta, I did find like feels quite unique, and I do like the like meaty sounds on them. It feels like they're quite like hard hitting. Like when you hit an enemy, shoot at them, and it sort of connects. You do feel that through the feedback. It's pretty good to feel that. So that's kind of my thoughts on the new COD. I was just wondering if, like, before I ran this video, like, do you want me to make content on this game? Like similar style to what I do with Battlefield at the moment. Guides, tips, breakdowns. It won't replace my Battlefield content, and in fact, it'd be like less frequent as well. Like, it won't be like every week a COD video. It'll probably be like every, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. So I'll definitely keep Battlefield as my primary game. Just let me know your thoughts down below. Like, obviously, I haven't got the community feature at the moment to do voting or anything like that. So just let me know in the comments down below kind of what your thoughts are. I'll sort of pin a comment and just leave it under there, or just put a comment, just let me know, really. So yeah, mentioning 500 subscribers. If you want to see more sort of content like this, then make sure to subscribe. It will really help us out, as currently we are working towards that 500 subscriber rank, I guess, or mark, or goal, so we can get access to the community features, and like I mentioned, be able to do polls, post updates and stuff to the feed. And once we get there as well, I'll start live streaming when we achieve that, and we'll be doing a lot of community-centric streams, you know, whether that's sort of private matches on Battlefield or just having fun like that, as well as just like squadding up and going into public games and much more as well. I've got a few ideas for all that, but that's something we can discuss more in the future. But yeah, make sure to like the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.